How could I sit over there under a cross, old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering, slavery, and death, the mark of death? Here's a man showing me all the light, the sun, moon, and star, and telling me where the light comes from. The sun, moon, and star is from God. I know it's from God. You going to tell me this is from God? If it is from God, what God is it from? The God of evil, right? If I invited you in here and didn't say nothing but just ask you the question, where is the sun? The red represents, where does the sun come from? You say, God. Where does the moon come from? God. Where does the star come from? God. Where did you come from? God also. But you didn't know it. Directly from God. You are the direct descendants of God. You are the lost members of the God tribe of Shabazz. That's why you're hearing this message. I'll repeat it again. Among you are the lost members of the God tribe of Shabazz, and that's who he came after. He didn't come after everybody. He only came after his own. In the Bible it says, I came unto my own, and my own received me not. Another place it says, come out of her, you my people, referring to Babylon, which is America. Come out of her, you my people, that you be not partakers of her plagues and her sins, which have reached all the way to heaven, to God's throne. They've been so terrible to God's people that God had to step down off his throne and come and save his people. They've been treated so terrible. Is that clear? Now this message is clear enough for a child to understand, so don't try to tell me you didn't understand what's being said here. In fact, if you didn't understand what's being said, raise your hand if you didn't understand what I was talking about. Raise your hand. All praise is due to Allah. You know why you understood it? Because it's directly from God. It shows you that you must be from God, or otherwise you want to challenge it and act like it wasn't the truth. If you wasn't from God, that's where the devil would act. The devil teaches you to challenge everything, doesn't he? Teaches you in college. There's a thesis and antithesis. First prove it right, then go back and prove it wrong. That way you never have no understanding, right? If you can prove it right and wrong, then you never have no understanding. That's the devil's training that he gives his people. Is that clear? The devil knows that Elijah Muhammad is the last and greatest messenger of God. He knows this is the end of his time. He knows good and well that this stock market, he's telling you, oh, we're going to recover. Everything's going to be fine. I want to let you know it's not going to recover. It's not going to be fine. There's no way anywhere they'd be laying off people by the thousands, the hundreds and the thousands, banks going bankrupt, you understand? Thousands of people going bankrupt every day. There's no way in the world he's going to recover from that anyway soon. This is the end of your white boss man. Is that clear? And what God is doing to the so-called Negroes, since you were dependent on him, you wouldn't come and accept your own. You're in love with the devil. I'm going to stay with the devil. All right, he's going to put the devil in bad shape. Since you're dependent on the devil, take everything from the devil. He won't be able to give you nothing anymore. He won't be able to give you no relief. And he'll cut off your relief and tell you, as of April the 2nd, you don't get no more checks. You understand? And then pretty soon he will say, as of such and such a date, you will not get no more pensions. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? As of, and you'll be getting a notice in the mail, as of the 1st of June, you have to move out of this house because you can't pay your rent. And while you was reading that notice, he was out there taking your car, repossessing your car. You need there walking. So when you start walking and start looking in your cupboards, and the cupboards are bare, no food in the cupboard, I bet you go to thinking then. You act like you don't understand now, but I guarantee you, Elijah Muhammad said the day will come where they will not listen to no more teaching, Elijah. At that time, I'm going to empty their bread baskets. I'm going to make them so hungry until they will want to eat one another. I'm going to bring about the worst famine there ever has been on earth right here in America. I'm going to get my people, make my people come. Every knee shall bow. Every tongue will confess who the God is. And who is the God? Almighty God Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. Is that clear? Assalamu alaikum. If you'd like to reclaim your own, here's how you go about it. We have some little cards here. And look what I just said to you. If you would like to reclaim your own. I didn't say join nothing. If you could join this, the white man would be in here joining it right now. There's not something you can join. Is that clear? You can only reclaim that which was taken away from you by the devil. Is that clear? It says on this card, I have heard the divine teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad by one of his ministers, and I desire to reclaim my own and learn more of his teachings. On this side where the beautiful sun, moon, and star is It says the true followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, dedicated to uplift his great name and help return the fallen black men and women of America to their own. If you're going to return the fallen black men and women of America to their own, what is their own? On top of civilization. That's why you refer to in your lesson as the black man said the cream of the planet Earth. The cream is the best that the milk has to offer. When the milk is all shook up, you don't know where the best part is, right? When some peace settles over the milk, what does the best part always do? Rises back to the top. The black man and woman, you are the cream of the planet Earth. Black woman, you are the mother of civilization. Think about this now. The one that gives birth to the black man. That's why he must wake up and learn who he is and learn who you are and put you up on a high pedestal. So that when you give birth to him, he will be born on a pedestal. If he keeps on knocking you down in the mud and kicking you down in the mud, think about this, make you pregnant, then kick you down in the mud. When you give birth to his own child, his baby is born in the mud. What a foolish black man that is, right? Or we're going to wake you up or kill you. Take your choice. I'll repeat it again. We are going to wake you up or kill you. Is that clear? You're not going to be back here holding back the progress. If the whole world came from two, think about this. If we get rid of a whole other black people, we can bring another world in. John Elijah Muhammad said the whole white race of people came from 60,000 people. 60,000 black people. Through a special grafting process, that's where the whole white race of people came from. They were grafted out of that 60,000 black people. Right. If we knew that it's going to bring forth something like this, I think we would have stopped it ourselves. But 60,000 dissatisfied black people with a leader leading them named Yaqub, a black scientist, grafted from those dissatisfied black people, grafted this other race out called white from the black man. The black man and woman is the white man's father and mother. Right. The Bible tells him, honor your father and your mother that your days may be lengthened. Honor your father and your mother, honor the black man and black woman, and you'll get an extension of time. He has dishonored the black man and woman, so therefore his time is cut short. Is that clear? Not his time, his extension of time that he would have gotten. His time was up in 1914, but God gave him an extension of time. He's been living on grace. From 1914 to 1992, the white man has been living on grace, and he tells you that. Right. We're living on grace. Right. The mercy of God is why he's still here. Right. Why did he get the mercy? The time that it takes to wake up God's people. Give the white man a little extra time. Because if God would have killed him when his time was first up, he would have had to kill all of his own black people because they were asleep. So the time that it takes to wake up the black man and black woman, give the white man an extension of time. Now his extension of time is up. The time for teaching a black man and woman, I want you to know the time is up. Pretty soon you won't be able to hear this. You'll want to hear it. You'll want to be a Muslim. And Mr. Elijah Muhammad told me to tell you that you won't be able to be one. When the divine punishment comes, he said you'll be classified as an opposer of God and judged as the devil yourself. And the ones that will be delivered will be called God's elect. And you will soon come to know that the true followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad are God's elect. I thank you for filling out one of these little cards. And before we dismiss, we do have to pay the rent on this building. Sale out there in the lobby for a donation, and if you want to get more than that, you can get a discount if you buy them in volume. But nevertheless, they'll be on sale out there, so all of you should be getting them and try to put them in the hands of our people. We like to see one of these little books in the hands of all black people right here in America, really, but especially here in Cleveland. Once you take a look at the book and browse through it and see what it is and how it looks, you'll be more than happy, because it's something that really teaches our people a lesson that they need to know about civilization. I thank you. That concludes our meeting for this evening. Will everyone rise and we'll pray? Don't hesitate to pray. We're calling upon the God of our fathers, the God who says, before you call, I will answer. Hold your hands out in a little cup form, like you want someone to put something in it and didn't want it to fall out. The God of our fathers, he'll be glad to hear a voice coming to him that he hasn't heard before, calling upon him. He'll be happy to bless you. He said, if you don't believe I'm the God, he said, try me and see. That's a fair enough proposal, isn't it? So repeat after me in silence. Our Lord, guide us among those whom thou hast guided aright, and preserve us among those whom thou hast preserved. and befriend us among those